As a programmer, when I run into problems, I tend to I call it, I need one more sleep in order to figure out the correct answer to that. Is there ever that aha moment that you've had after like not finding the correct solution to it?
Yes, actually, so a couple of years ago, twice in the last few years, I've done live builds in front of crowds, which is absolutely terrifying. Because I'm really good at setting up parameters. I mean, Mythbusters gave me the skill of setting up parameters that I can probably solve in the time allotted. But you never really know. So a few years ago, we set up to do a build at the Exploratorium in San Francisco, the greatest science museum in the world. The greatest hands-on science museum in the world. And I was building a Strand-based, one of Theo Janssen's incredible walking creatures, which has 6 different legs, each composed of 13 separate spars, each in specific measurements. It was a whole bunch of welding before I even showed up. And then as I started to assemble it, I had 3 days to build it. And I'm going and I'm going and I'm going. And as happens with events like these, most people are coming and standing around for like an hour or two and watching and taking pictures, but some people are sticking around for the long haul. And there's this guy, and I'm also trying to keep my head in the build, so I'm sort of paying attention to who's watching and what's going on, but I'm mostly trying to keep my head in the game. And I can hear that he's making suggestions to my crew for them to pass on to me, and I'm just like, thank you, but I'm gonna. And one of his suggestions has to do with this specific geometry. And so by the end of the second day, the device didn't work. It should have been fully assembled, and I would only have to do this last bit of problem solving, but I wasn't there at the end of the second day. And I went to bed that night, and I'm like, what is that? Why can't this work? Why won't this work? And then at 3:30 in the morning, I woke up and I went, random dude is totally right. And worse, I had included the geometry that I was messing up. I was literally missing that geometry on the drawing that was the invite to the event. So the evidence was totally there that I had made a drawing and accidentally elided this key measurement. And as soon as I realized that, I went in and used a bunch of tie straps to rejigger the geometry and made it work. And I thanked him. He stayed around that night for the big reveal. And that was awesome. I love those moments. To me, it's a process. And like I said, I like the live building because I built a We the Builders Rosie the Riveter with Jen Schachter earlier this year at the Nation of Makers Con in Santa Fe, and it was the same thing. We're encountering gigantic structural issues live in front of a crowd, and I get to just concentrate on that. It's really lovely. Thank you.
Thank you.